Hi, I'm Lavonda.
And I'm Doug.
And together we are LD Worldwide Travels. And today we're going to tell you our experience on Carnival versus Royal Caribbean.
This is going to be good. Stay tuned.
Worldwide, join us on this ride.
Like and subscribe.
Won't you?
Like and subscribe.
Traveling worldwide, join us on this ride.
Like and subscribe.
Won't you?
Like and subscribe.
Okay, so we've been on Carnival. We've been on Royal Caribbean.
True.
And we're here to tell you today our favorite things about Carnival and our favorite things about Royal Caribbean.
True.
So, for me, I personally, I have things I like about both of them. I love comedy. If you've been watching this channel, you know I'm all about laughter and my comedy shows. I look for comedy clubs everywhere we travel to.
Yes.
And so I love Carnival for their comedians. I personally think that they have better comedians than Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean comedians are good, don't get me wrong, but I like comedians that will go there. And Carnival comedians will go there. It's not your typical cruise ship comedians where they kind of censor what they say. Carnival comedians are just gonna go there, and I love that. I love it. I also love to dance. We love to dance. Yeah. So I love the nightlife on Carnival. They have the best DJs, in my opinion, compared to Royal Caribbean. Carnival, those are the two things that I love to do the most, which is laugh and dance, and Carnival has that. So
yeah. Carnival, you know, it's more of a party ship. You know, still the same food on both ships, Royal Caribbean and Carnival. But Carnival is more of a party ship. They have comedians, like she said earlier, and also it's a lot of kids on that one as well. Like you'll see a lot of teenagers or young adults on that one as well. That one is pretty much a party ship, which ones we came out of was ones in Miami. Both cruises, Carnival and Royal Caribbean was both out of Miami.
We've been out of more than Miami port. We've been out of Tampa.
Yeah. Well, we'll say Florida. Yeah, we'll say Florida.
Different ports in Florida.
We'll say different ports of Florida for both of these cruises that we've came out of was out of Florida, right? So, I mean, but Carnival is real. They have everything together. I mean, everything, whatever you want. If you've never been on a cruise, you will love it. Food 24/7, pizza 24/7 for my pizza lovers out there. Alcohol, I believe that's 24/7 too. Like I always got it.
You can get a drink.
Yeah.
But no, the bars, honestly, the bars do close down at a certain point.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I think it's about 3 in the morning.
Water,
like
for my water drinkers, you do have water 24/7, I believe. You know, you also have it in your cabin. I mean, through the faucet, the water is good. I've tried it. Also, just looking out the ocean. Now, the thing with Carnival is, like other ships, you can get the in-stay cabin, or you can get the what is that called? The in-stay cabin, and also the cabin
inside Ocean View.
Ocean View, and you can also get the balcony. So
or suite.
Or the suite. Now we never did the suite, but we did do the in-state. We had
inside.
The inside. Oh yeah, apologize. Inside, and we did the
Ocean View and balcony.
And balcony. Balcony is so cool. The reason why we like the balcony is because you can just go out and you have your own little space. You can have your own space when you're walking around the ship, but when you're in your own balcony, it's like it's just you and your significant other, or just you by yourself if you choose to go by yourself. They also have games.
It is going to be more expensive, just so you know, when you're cruising. True. As a single passenger. The cruises are booked on a double occupancy basis. So they expect at least 2 people in each cabin. If you're a single cruiser, you are going to pay more than just what a double occupancy would pay, as far as individually, how much they would pay individually. So if you're a single cruiser, expect to pay more, just so you know.
True. And now we want to talk about the Royal Caribbean experience. The Royal Caribbean, to me, I kind of like the Royal Caribbean more than she likes the Carnival more. The reason why I like the Royal Caribbean more is because it's older people, not too many kids, and they have a mall, a mini mall on one of the decks. I can't remember which deck that is right now that we was on. I think it was 7.
We're talking about Explorer of the Seas.
Explorer of the Seas. I think it was deck 7. It might have changed, but however, they have a mini mall. What I mean by that is you have a little shopping area where you could buy liquor, you can buy souvenirs, and they also have bars on that mall as well. And they also had, when we went during Halloween time. So they had a Halloween party, which is a mini parade inside the mall. I never seen a ship with a mall inside. That's what I liked about it. And they also have the comedians, which it was only one comedian. She didn't really like that. But what we both did like on Royal Caribbean is they had a ice skating rink. So to my ice skaters out there, you can ice skate. They also have an ice skating show as well. And they also had a comedian show as well. And they also have a movie theater. I don't think Carnival, the one we went on, Carnival had a movie theater in there, but Royal Caribbean did have a movie theater, which is so cool. And you could just, like I said, it's food also on Royal Caribbean, which is 24 hours a day as well. So that was really cool as well. Yeah.
So, okay, here's the thing. I actually think Royal Caribbean and Carnival have their pluses and their minuses. Okay, so I did like the comedian on Royal Caribbean, but here's the issue for me. I love comedy, okay? So Carnival, they give me 2 shows a day. And on the last day, they gave me 3 shows. On Royal Caribbean, we were on an 8-night Southern Caribbean cruise. And in 8 nights, there were 2 comedy shows in 8 nights. 2. Carnival was giving me 2 a day. And on the last night, they gave me 3. And Royal Caribbean on an 8-night gave me 2 for the entire cruise. That's a problem for me. I didn't like that at all. The DJ on Royal Caribbean, honestly,
He was
on Explorer of the Seas, he wasn't very receptive to, hey, can you play Beyonce or can you play Jay-Z?
Yeah.
You know, he's like, well, I have to play music for everybody. We understand that.
Yeah.
But when there's nobody else on the dance floor but us, yeah, maybe you should kind of play the music that the people on the dance floor actually want to hear because nobody else is dancing. So that was an issue for me because on Carnival, we've never had that issue. We're definitely like the party starters. We love to dance. We will get on the dance floor if nobody else is out there. And on Carnival, we've actually been told that we love you guys, okay? Because we get the party started. We're out there dancing. We don't care who else is out there. We don't care if nobody's out there. And so for Royal Caribbean, we couldn't understand. We understand you have to play music for everybody. We get that. Right. But if nobody is out there but us, maybe you should play a different type of music because maybe if you're playing the music that we're asking you to play, others will want to join us on the dance floor. Yeah. You're not playing the right music.
Yeah.
So
we like to juke it up. We like to get down. The thing about the Carnival and Royal Caribbean is that it was different size. If you get on the Carnival and you want to go to the comedy show, you better get there early, or else there won't be any seats. Now, as far as Royal Caribbean, the reason why the comedy show is, to me, was a little bit more Experience was a little. It wasn't too packed. It was packed, but they have the comedy show in the ballroom or
in a venue that's large enough
the atrium
for the crowd that they're expecting.
Correct.
That's
correct,
what he means.
Correct. That's exactly what I mean. Thank you, wife.
See, I know my husband
Yes,
now. Okay?
yes, she does. And the comedy show, the Carnival, it was more like in a bar to the point where the capacity was very small. So you better get there early.
Yeah, at least 30 minutes. We had to arrive 30 minutes early. 2 Carnival comedy shows, which was definitely a downside. I will say that for Carnival, I don't understand. Like, the comedy shows bring a lot of people out. So I don't understand why they don't have it in a larger venue to accommodate everyone. Whereas Royal Caribbean, everything was always in a very large venue for the expected crowd. We did not have to arrive early. We could arrive right at the scheduled time and get a seat with no problem. So I will say, Carnival, you need to work on that. If you're watching this video, you need to start having your comedy shows in a larger venue so that we don't have to arrive 30 minutes earlier just to get a seat.
Yes. And that sums it up pretty much. I mean, unless you have something else.
Well, I will say this, as much as I love Carnival, I've never felt more appreciated than on Royal Caribbean.
Yes.
Because they actually gave us the largest cake I've ever seen. And they gave it to everyone, all of the guests. It wasn't like it was just to us.
But it was for the departure trip.
Yes.
When everybody was getting ready to get off the boat, they said, thank you for choosing Royal Caribbean.
Yes.
And here's our cake. And, it was
applause. They actually celebrated us. We walked into the main, not the main diner, the main buffet, the buffet area, and they were applauding us. And I was like, they're applauding us. And when I say us, I don't mean just us, the 2 of us, but all of the passengers. They actually celebrated us for being on Royal Caribbean. And I have to say, Carnival has never giving us a cake. We've been on multiple Carnival. We've been on more Carnival cruises than Royal Caribbean, and they've never had a cake to celebrate the passengers, and they've never applauded us. So for me, it made me feel very appreciated, and it made me say, hey, I think I want to do Royal Caribbean again. So that's something I think Carnival needs to work on. Even though, don't get me wrong, the staff is amazing.
The staff is amazing on
both ships.
Both cruises, both ships.
Yes.
The staff is amazing on both ships. Like, they make sure they take care of you.
Yes.
And always remember, to my travelers, the staff, they do work long hours, and they have a family to support as well.
Yes.
Please leave a tip.
Yes.
When they clean up your room, if you want to leave it on a daily basis, that's cool. Or if you want to leave it at the end of the cruise, leave a tip. Now, that tip is up to you. But however, they do have families to support. I just wanted to put that out there.
I'm glad you did. And I do understand that we're already paying our gratuities, but nevertheless, leave an additional tip. If you can afford it, do it.
Yes.
Because they do work very, very hard. The cabin steward, I think is the official title. They work extra hard to make sure that your vacation is enjoyable.
And they will make you feel like a queen and a king. Trust me. I'm talking about anything you need.
Yeah.
They will take care of you. As far as, hey, I didn't get my room turned up, or not turned up, but cleaned or whatever. They will come and do that. Say, hey, last call, you need directions to the food place, or just anything helpful. As far as directions to anywhere, they are always happy and to help you. Games, they really love games, getting the whole crowd, I would say the boat community, involved with games, making everybody happy, having a good time, because that's what you're there for. Mm-hmm. You're there to have a good time. So to me, on Carnival and between Royal Caribbean, to me, I like Royal Caribbean because I like a lot of, they have spots where no kids are invited. That's pretty much what I like. And then Carnival is pretty much where it's like a party ship, for real. I mean, it's a lot of younger people that get it. I think Carnival is a lot cheaper than Royal Caribbean, I believe.
It is definitely cheaper.
You can look at that too, travelers. Carnival cruises are a lot cheaper than Royal Caribbean, but if you want to spend a little bit more money, you get a little bit more inclusive, which is significant other or by yourself. It's up to you. Royal Caribbean is a nice spot too. I mean, nice cruise.
So for me, honestly, I can't say that I like Carnival better. I'm kind of in the middle. That's the honest truth. I do love comedy. I do love to dance, so I love the nightlife of Carnival. But Royal Caribbean definitely has its pluses. I actually like the staterooms on Royal Caribbean better. They're larger than Carnival staterooms. Also, I like when you're leaving, the debarkation process is better on Royal Caribbean.
Yes.
With Carnival, it's a lot of, you're in the hallways, everyone is in the hallways,
Yes.
you're trying to get off the ship. Whereas Royal Caribbean, they have a much more structured process where they had us come sit in a room where we could just hang out and talk and until they called us to come down. So it's much more orderly. I appreciated that a lot.
Yeah.
So, for me, it just depends on, I guess, if you're not a person that cares so much about the comedy like I do. I love comedy. I love dancing. If you're really into comedy and you're really into dancing, I say go Carnival. That would be my suggestion. And also, it's a better price point. Sure. Even on the overall drink package. Carnival drink package is cheaper than Royal Caribbean's drink package. But if you're into maybe a more elevated experience, Royal Caribbean is more elevated, a little bit more classy. Yeah. The debarkation process is way better.
Yes.
The appreciation on Royal Caribbean, in my opinion, is better than Carnival. But as far as service, the service is the same. You're going to get the same service on both Carnival and Royal Caribbean. Excellent service.
You're going to get the same service.
Yes.
To me, personally, I like Royal Caribbean, but Carnival is like a more party ship. Royal Caribbean is more of a laxed ship.
I like to party.
She likes to party. I like to be more relaxed. So I guess it's up to you. Whatever you choose. But you can't go wrong with neither one.
That's true.
And on that note, I just want to say, stay true to yourself.
Give your just due to yourself. Believe in yourself. Remember to like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you can always be notified of all of our new videos. Until next time, travelers.
Until next time, travelers.